Welcome back to the Alkaline Eclectic Show. This is Small Bites with Crush and Kilo. I'm Crush Foster.
And I'm Kelly Kilo. Today, we're exposing the truth about some popular vegan foods.
Yeah.
And if you've ever thought, I'm eating vegan, so it must be healthy, right? This episode, it might surprise you.
We're talking about 5 vegan foods that people think are great for their health, but are actually doing more harm than good. And trust me, we know because we've been there. Back when we first considered ourselves vegan, we were eating these foods too, thinking, we were on the right track. But yeah, spoiler alert, we were not.
All right, so let's dig into the facts, the science, and some jaw-dropping stats that will have you rethinking your grocery list. And as always, we'll show you how these insights connect to Alkaline Eclectic principles.
Right.
But first, listen to this interview with Callie Means discussing the potentially criminal connection between food and Big Pharma.
Don't move. We'll be right back.
The food industry actually, with their own set interests, want to make food addictive and cheaper. The criminal devil's bargain is that it's highly tied to the healthcare industry. And as Casey said, the fastest growing industry in America right now isn't AI. It's not tech, it's healthcare. It's the largest and fastest growing industry. And just as a statement of economic fact, the best thing for that industry is a child getting sick. When a child gets sick, or any American gets sick with a chronic condition, with diabetes, obesity, kidney disease, heart disease, whatever, they go on a lifetime medication. They go on the metformin, they go on the statin, they have lifetime treatments. And they keep racking up more comorbidities. If you're diabetic, you have an average of 4 other comorbidities. So you keep racking up, but you don't die, you just suffer. You inevitably get infertility, depression. You start racking them up. So that's very good for the medical system to have these chronic conditions that need to be managed. Just from a pure economic standpoint, that's how the system's set up. That's all happening largely because of our food system and other metabolic habits we can talk about, but largely because of our rise of ultra-processed food that's really hacking our cells and really hijacking our cells. The criminal part, the devil's bargain, is that the healthcare system, you'd expect to be speaking out about why we're getting so sick, but they're not only silent on the reasons, they're actually complicit.
Wow. That's crazy.
Man.
I mean, my personal belief is that it should be criminal.
Yeah.
I mean, they're raiding stores in the UK that sell American snacks. It's a crime there.
Exactly.
So, what are the foods that are here in the US that people think are healthy, but are absolutely missing the mark?
All right, well, look, let's start with the big one.
Okay.
Beyond Meat and Impossible Burgers.
Oh.
They're marketed as healthier, plant-based alternatives to beef. But here's the kicker. One is loaded with bioengineered ingredients, and the other uses digestion-hindering fillers like methyl cellulose, a chemical used in laxatives. And I'll let you figure out which is which.
Wait, did I hear that right? Laxatives?
Yeah.
And here's a jaw-dropping stat. One study found that bioengineered ingredients in some of these products may disrupt gut health, leading to long-term digestive issues.
Wow.
Now, these are not the clean plant-based solutions we think they are. I mean, whatever happened to a simple plant-based burger?
Right. You mean the better alternative?
Yeah.
Look, skip the lab and make your own veggie patties with whole foods like wild rice, chickpeas, quinoa, or mushrooms. It's cleaner, tastier, and way better for your gut.
Well, next up is tofu. So now I know this is going to ruffle some feathers because tofu is a staple in many vegan diets.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Soy contains phytoestrogens, which mimic estrogen in the body. So over time, this can lead to hormonal imbalances. It's the truth. And any minimal benefit that you get from it is overshadowed by its detriment.
Right.
So we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah, a study in Frontiers in Endocrinology found that excessive consumption of phytoestrogens can impact reproductive health and even thyroid function.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, we were eating some tofu like it was going out of style back in the day. I loved tofu scramble.
Yeah, right.
But look, it eventually led to my severe mineral deficiencies. It was crazy.
I believe it did. Mine
Yeah.
too. So instead of soy-based tofu, try alternatives like chickpea-based tofu, like the one in my book, Beyond Vegan, chickpea garbanzo, which is easier on your hormones, easier on your gut, and is a key source of quote-unquote protein.
Yeah,
So
and it's so good too.
ladies, don't let them tell you that tofu is good for estrogen. It is not.
Nope.
Listen to Dr. Eric Berg as he provides some little-known facts about soy and what you're really eating when you consume it. And we'll be right back.
The reason I'm talking about this is because soy is in 60% of our foods. So it is just widespread all over the place. Soy eaten in Asia is very different than the soy eaten in other parts of the world, like America. I don't think Asians consume a lot of soy protein isolates, a lot of soy oil or vegetable textured protein. First of all, you may already know that most of the soy is GMO, which means it has traces of glyphosate, which is an herbicide. A lot of the soy out there is processed with a solvent called hexane. Hexane is not a healthy thing. It's a very toxic solvent. Also, soy is very high in omega-6. It's very inflammatory. Out of all the soy produced, 85% of it split between soy meal and soy oil. Out of the 80% that is soy meal, 98% of soy meal is used for animal feeds, okay? Cattle, pigs, and definitely chickens, which you eat. And there's not a lot of safety studies. And the type of soy meal that they're getting is not the fermented type soy that Asians consume. It's usually the byproducts of soy when they're making soy oil. And then we have 2% goes to humans. And out of the 20% of this 85%, the oil version, we have 95% sold to humans and 5% used in industrial type things.
Wow, that's crazy. So basically, people are eating what? Pig food and industrial lubricant. Great. That's just perfect.
I mean, all right. Okay. All right. So let's move on to vegan cheese. It sounds like a dream, right? Dairy-free cheese. But many of these products are loaded with anti-caking agents like cellulose powder, which can cause digestive issues and nutrient malabsorption.
And get this, some of these cheeses are so processed that they're barely food at all. I mean, a lab analysis found that certain vegan cheeses had almost no nutrients and were packed with unhealthy fats and synthetic additives. So, if you're craving cheese, try making your own with chickpea, onion powder, key lime juice for a nice sharp character addition. It's creamy, delicious, and free from harmful additives.
Yeah. All right. And so, let's talk about milks now. Look, plant-based milks like almond or oat milk aren't as healthy as they seem. The store-bought ones, many of them use low-quality nuts, oils, and gums that provide little nutritional value and can irritate your gut.
Yeah, instead, make your own nut or seed milks at home. I personally make hemp milk most.
Yes.
I mean, it's super easy and free from fillers and additives that are found in the store-bought versions.
Right.
The best milk machine I found is also the simplest to use and the easiest to clean. Best of all, if you love plant-based milks, it pays for itself in a few months. And we'll share the link in the discount code in the description.
Yeah, almond cow.
Next is vegan ice cream. I mean, who doesn't love a good scoop of dessert?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Most vegan ice creams use gums and oat-based milks, which can wreak havoc on your digestion.
Yep. A study in food chemistry revealed that gums like xanthan and guar can disrupt gut bacteria, leading to bloating and discomfort. And this used to happen to me all the time when I tried to eat vegan ice cream. And oat milk. It's often processed with oils and sugars, making it far from healthy. Look, we don't even want to go into lectins.
Yeah.
And glyphosate. Look, it's just too much. I can't. I can't.
Look, a better choice? Try making your own banana-based ice cream at home.
Yes.
Blend frozen sweet butter bananas with a splash of hemp milk and your favorite toppings. It's natural, creamy, and guilt-free.
Yes. Okay, so finally, let's talk about the classic. French fries. While they're technically vegan, most are deep fried in seed oils and loaded with iodized salt, both of which contribute to inflammation and poor gut health.
Absolutely. Try air frying your own Burro banana fries at home with avocado oil. Sprinkle them with a high-quality, magnesium-rich salt and your favorite herbs for a healthier, delicious alternative. It's just that simple.
So good. All right, so lab burgers, tofu, vegan cheese, nut milks, and vegan ice cream are all considered healthy vegan staples.
Sure.
But the truth is, they're doing more harm than good, guys. By making our simple swaps, you can protect your gut health, feel better overall. And guess what? The good news, our swaps are also considered vegan.
Right.
Well, beyond vegan, actually.
Vegan, and if you're ready to take your health to the next level, download our free nutritional guide of least detrimental food for more tips.
Yes.
And don't forget to grab your copy of The Alkaline Eclectic, the new standard for healthy living. It's your ultimate guide to making smarter, healthier choices.
Yes. So
That's right.
thank you for joining us on Small Bites with Crush and Kilo.
That's right.
Until next time, you're going to stay empowered. You're going to stay eclectic.
Right.
And remember, you don't have to change the menu.
Just change the ingredients. Have
Yes.
a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you next week. We leave you with some wise words from the late, great Dr. Sebi. Take care.
Bye.
The only substance on this planet that are electrical are the products that came with creation. Carrots didn't. Beets, rice, beans, wheatgrass, wheat. All these things are hybrid, plus much more. So what we are noticing is that there is gross misinformation when it relates to healing and nutrition. We are eating something that offends our biology. And in offending our biology, it offends our thinking pattern. We are looking outside of ourselves for the answer. Of course we are. We were trained to look outside of ourselves, but the answer was always within.